Most men are boring. They show up on dates with the same dead-in-the-water questions. So, what do you do? Where are you from? What are your hobbies? And then they wonder why the spark fizzles before the second drink. If you want to be the guy she can't stop thinking about, you need to play. Not act, not pretend, but actually play. Because the secret to making a woman feel something for you isn't your resume. It isn't how many push-ups you can do. It's how much fun she has when she's around you. Flirtation isn't logic. It's emotion. And emotions thrive in play. So instead of boring her into emotional bankruptcy, use these 5 conversational games to make her addicted to talking to you. 1. Who are you really? Ever met someone who made you feel like you had to prove something to them? That's the energy you're bringing when you just ask surface-level questions. Instead, make her curious about herself. Ask her, if you could be any animal, what would you be and why? Let her answer, then say, okay, but if you couldn't be that animal, what else would you be? And one more time. And if you had to pick a third? Then drop the hook. The first animal is who you think you are. The second is who your friends think you are. The third is who you really are. Watch her reaction. She'll either call you a genius or demand you explain yourself. Either way, she's hooked. 2. Suddenly disagree with her. When you're talking to a girl either for the very first time or for a while, suddenly disagree with her. For example, when she says, I'm an accountant. 2. Tease her playfully to avoid the dreaded friend zone. Here's the brutal truth, most guys end up in the friend zone because they act more like polite interviewers than playful challengers. They ask question after question, hoping to win her over by being nice. But guess what? Nice is forgettable. If you want to stand out, if you want her attention and attraction, you need to learn the art of playful teasing. Teasing isn't about putting her down. It's not about being mean. It's about creating tension, spark, and a little challenge, and women love that. Let's say she says, I'm from California. You flash a smirk and go, oh, so you're one of those girls. Then change the subject and move on. She won't let it go. She'll lean in, wait, what do you mean by that? Boom, she's hooked. She's engaged. Now she's chasing the interaction. That's the power of playful teasing. It shows confidence, charisma, and that you're not trying to impress her, you're just having fun. And in that moment, you're different from all the other guys. So stop being the safe option. Be the spark she didn't see coming. 3. The cold read game, the bold trick that makes you instantly captivating. Most guys play it safe. They stick to the usual boring questions like, where are you from, hoping to spark a conversation. But here's the thing, safe isn't sexy. Predictable doesn't build attraction. Want to stand out? Flip the script with a bold move, make a confident guess instead of asking a dull question. Try this. You strike me as a Nebraska girl. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. In fact, being wrong makes it even better. She'll instantly react with something like, what? Nebraska? No way. Or maybe, wait, how did you know? Either way, you've sparked her curiosity. Now she's the one asking you questions. This is called a cold read, and it's a classic technique to create intrigue. It shows you're confident, playful, and just mysterious enough to make her want to learn more. It turns a basic interaction into something engaging and unexpected. And that's the secret, don't be another guy asking the same old questions. Be the guy who makes her feel something different. Confidence isn't about being right, it's about owning the moment. For the open-ended question game, turn conversations into connection. Let's face it, most guys kill attraction before it even begins. Why? Because they ask the same old, predictable questions. So, what do you do? Where are you from? What's your favorite movie? Sure, these questions are safe. But safe rarely creates spark. If you want to instantly separate yourself from the crowd, ask open-ended questions that make her think, feel, and play along. This isn't just about information, it's about energy, curiosity, and emotional connection. Try something like, if you won the lottery tomorrow, like, let's say $100 million, what's the very first thing you'd do? Now you've got her attention. It's a playful mental escape. Her answer will reveal something about her dreams, values, or even her sense of humor. And here's where you add the charm: lean in with a grin and say, would you split it with me? Boom, instant chemistry. It's not a serious question, and she knows that. But it's flirty, fun, and shows you're confident enough to play around. It keeps the conversation light, while also opening the door for deeper, more personal follow-ups. This game isn't about manipulation, it's about magnetism. You're creating an experience she'll actually remember. Because the truth is, attraction doesn't come from facts and data. It comes from how you make her feel. Be bold. Be playful. Be different. 5. The Three Choices Game, a simple yet powerful way to spark her attraction. If you want to stand out from the crowd and instantly grab a woman's attention, skip the typical, boring questions like where would you want to live. That kind of small talk doesn't create chemistry, it just fills the silence. Instead, make her smile. Make her imagine. Make her feel something. Try this playful twist. Alright, quick question: if you had to choose, would you rather live on a sunny beach, a cozy mountain cabin, or a fancy penthouse in the city? Suddenly, you've turned a dull question into something fun and flirty. And here's the key: once she answers, tease her in a light, confident way. That's where the magic happens. She says the penthouse. Smile and say, a penthouse? Damn, I didn't realize I was talking to royalty. Should I book the private jet now? This kind of playful teasing shows confidence, creativity, and charisma, three qualities that naturally draw women in. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Keep it fun. Keep it smooth. Keep her intrigued. Bottom line: attraction isn't logical. It's emotional. Women are drawn to men who make them feel something. So drop the job interview questions. Start playing. Because the guy who can make her laugh, he wins. Every time.